We'll have to monitor the light. If it starts flashing, it means the battery, because the battery is going to probably die during our lesson. So when it starts flashing, I'll try to catch it.
Okay.
I have one spare battery, which is strange.
Oh.
Usually you got two.
Okay, so I'll leave that on so you can see the.
Okay, maybe we should just kind of review what you showed us. You can just see if we need a little help. I'll just try to mix up all the stuff you showed us. Well, it doesn't matter. Navigate around and do all kinds of stuff. Okay, so we'll start with promenade.
Have you danced any more foxtrots since?
Yeah,
We did like
yesterday.
one or two. That's all.
Whenever they played
They didn't
one,
have
we did.
many of them.
You haven't done a mixer one though?
No.
No, okay.
No, it hasn't.
Yeah, just checking. Good timing. Hey, that was good. You danced the whole song without stopping. Yeah. That's a good plus, though, right?
Yeah.
Without having any trouble.
We didn't step on each other's feet too much.
Yeah.
So I see that you're using the zigzag, right? And the inline where you step towards each other, and then how about not so much the outside partner?
Yeah, I didn't do the outside. I
Yeah.
forgot about that. We were just saying we should do that. I forgot the outside partner. Yeah, we should try that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because actually most people end up doing that one more, just only because they see, seems like it's a little easier. You're avoiding each other's
No,
feet.
I forgot to do that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I think you did everything else, and then I also saw you do a twinkle.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So that's good.
Because I always do the twinkle at the wall, so I just.
Right, and so you did the twinkle from the bronze twinkle, which is more of the closed twinkle, right? Yeah.
And I was trying on the promenade to make sure you didn't have both feet flat.
Yeah. And you see how those shoes pick up your heels already, so it's harder to be flatter in the feet. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So yeah, it didn't seem like they bothered you actually.
Well, it just feels weird. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels different. Yeah. Okay. Do you want to try that outside
let's try
partner?
outside partner.
Okay.
You got off to a bad start.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, good, good. So getting into that outside partner position, the only thing that and I think we talked about this last time a little bit, is that the only thing I think about doing, and let me just go ahead and move it this way, that's different than if I step straight towards her. So if I step straight towards you, or I step, so do you see I haven't done anything different from my body position?
You just step to the side.
Yeah, so I take my foot in front of me, or I take my foot, there you go, at a diagonal. You feel how that feels different.
Yeah.
You feel an angle on that.
Right, and then I know something different is going to happen.
And then, because what was happening is you were kind of still stepping towards her and then stepping over your own foot a little bit.
Right.
Yeah. So if I step at that angle through, and on the part where she goes forward and you back up, it's very easy to kind of push the lady over to that side, meaning, you see kind of how I'm, but what I actually do is that I don't really think about trying to get her on that side of me. I'm just turning, and I'm still moving out in front of her, right? So you still have to kind of keep up with my movement, as opposed for me kind of pushing you over there.
It's not awkward, like I was trying to do too much of
I was
this.
trying to remember what you said. I thought, I know I'm not supposed to do something.
Right, so it's very subtle, and again, it's more where I step, and I just go to the outside. I'm just going to turn you around here. And most useful is it to do this diagonal, still moving around the line of dance. And even here, yeah, there you go. So we didn't change the body position that much, right? We just stepped out at angles, but we didn't rotate the body too much. Let me do that with you one time as the lady, and I'll kind of help you with that position. So let's turn around and go this way. So we're going down the diagonal of the floor, of the line of dance. The end. So just as we're waiting, if you just step straight towards me, now step back and keep everything the same here, but just step out at that diagonal. Yeah. See how when I go forward, I really go forward from this side of you. Instead of if I... Yeah?
Okay. That's good.
And so watching that you still keep the space over here from spine to elbow, that you're not pushing that arm across. And then see if you can make a little bit more, just keeping the hand a little bit higher at least. I know your elbow is getting better, you know, so it is getting higher, but even making sure that you keep the hand a little higher is going to help start to keep it up. Yeah. Whoop. That's better. If you don't turn your feet enough, it kind of blocks the path there. That's it. You still remember to close your feet all the way together though. So right here, step, close. That's it. And then see how your hand has drifted back down. There you go. Nice. Yeah.
Really?
I just feel it's kind of tense
You
because
don't-
I'm
yeah, you do
concentrating.
feel tense
I'm trying to
like this.
concentrate. That's why, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
need
he's
to
taller.
relax. Yeah, I'm a whole 3/4 inch taller now.
Okay, so you know, I thought today might be good to add a couple of turns into some of the moves that you're doing. So there's an underarm turn from the promenade, and there's
Yeah.
an underarm turn from that swing
Yeah,
step,
we
that
just
sway
saying the
step.
same thing that we should
It's
do.
called swing or sway.
Yeah.
Swing or
So it's-
Yeah, well, it depends on which syllabus, but
Okay.
yeah,
you turn on
sway
a quick,
step.
right? On a sway step. So
Yeah.
quick.
Did you watch those online?
right.
Yeah.
let's see that.
And when you come around in the turn, if you think about, like, here's your starting position with your head, and as you go around in the turn, if I come back to that same spot, because it's easy to kind of go
there.
Yeah.
You overturned this a
So
little
if
bit.
I do that turn with you one time. And then you still want to make sure that you travel. So while she's turning on that, she's going to be traveling. So make sure that your side together kind of moves out in that front position so she's not coming out in front of you.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So you know, right when we swing this way, right from that swing, it goes
okay.
into the turn. So you go swing to your left, swing to your right, and then right into it.
I see what you mean. I got to really move to keep up with you because, you know,
Yeah, because
I feel like I take a bigger than normal step just to keep up with you. I don't know.
yeah. So if I do it without the turn first. So when I come back this way,
Oops, I'm new here. I didn't go far enough. Okay,
I'll try again.
yeah.
Okay, and let's just look at what your feet are
Yeah,
doing.
okay.
Because I didn't talk about your feet, because actually when you did it together, your feet did pretty good. So when you do side, side, you're going to turn so that your foot goes this way. You're going to continue to turn so that you go into, do you see how I'm still staying on that same track? And then you go side to start all over. Okay, so it's side, touch, forward, back, side, side. So it's like a little pivot action
Is
for
that
you.
called a paddle turn or not? Is that the same as a paddle turn?
It's more of a pivot action.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Pivot on the,
Okay, so you side, side, forward, back. That's better.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so just
pivot on
knowing
my
where your
right
feet are
foot.
going, right? Yeah. Yeah. Whoop. Yeah, that was better. So you know what I noticed that when we start off, I'm a little bit more in front of you, right? So if I just kind of, so that when I do the side together while you're turning, then I end up, it doesn't feel hard for me to stay out in front of you. Whoop. Yeah, that time you went back a little bit, yeah.
Off that, right.
Yeah, I think you started your turn a little bit early, yeah. That was better. And do you feel I do like, that's a lot of turns in a row, so you probably, I do a little, I want to say, like, do you know what a tuck-in is in swing?
You fake them.
Yeah, so there's a little bit, but not so much where I'm going to turn her in here, but there's a little kind of
Yeah,
tuck
you
in.
do that, yeah.
Just right here, but it doesn't keep,
Right.
Okay,
so just a little in, like a little bit of a wind up for
Right,
her, right?
yeah, okay.
Right there. Wind up a little bit.
Oops.
Well,
getting off balance.
it might be because you've done so many turns.
Yeah.
So let me do that with you once. And so that tuck in is just a little bit in before you send me out around. And so now make sure that you square your shoulders up. That's it.
Yeah, right.
Bring, there you go. As you see, I'm a little bit further
Right.
behind you. Oh yeah.
Wait, I got totally messed up on the step.
And when he does that little tuck, I don't know if you notice, I also release this hand. So, do you see right there? Because I don't want to get that arm caught. So I don't have to bring it way up, but if I can get it to where it clears him, when he does that tuck, that gives me just that little bit of an extra.
And there's also a signal that it's coming.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
Gives
know,
me a little
yeah,
extra
right.
signal, a little extra time to get my arm out of the way.
What your feet were doing.
Yeah, this has got, getting that side together each time where it doesn't just keep going side.
Yeah, we got another step right.
It seems like it should go side,
Side.
together.
Side together. Or say side touch, because you are coming together all of those times, but some of them you change weight. Side touch, side together.
Well, but I would give you the signal and everything.
Side touch, side together. Oh, that was that time he went back the other way.
Right.
You didn't change weight on the side together. Side touch, 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 side together. Yeah, and see, is it the shoes that are kind of wearing you
No,
out?
but you weren't lifting this arm either.
That's what I was just going to say, right?
I forgot. After doing all that, then I forgot to lift this arm. That was
Yeah, and like I say, it doesn't have to come way up, but when he does that tuck, it kind of is almost can be an automatic
And the tuck
response.
seemed a little weak, like your hand was just loose, kind of. I didn't feel any shoulder turn or anything. So like when we do the tuck, there should be some shoulder turn, right? I mean.
Right, because you know what? If you don't feel that he doesn't feel that you're reacting to it, he's going to do too much.
Yeah, because
right?
I go like this in the arm, just it's kind of loose and nothing happens, you know.
And so think about doing it just slightly through both hands.
No.
So just as you're standing there, don't even take a step yet. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you can feel a little bit back here too.
So that kind of puts me into that hand, and then that's where I take my hand off.
Okay. Yeah, but see, I feel a little pressure here.
Yeah.
Whereas with her, I didn't feel any pressure.
Okay.
And just stand there and do that same thing so she can feel that.
Okay.
And so there's like a checking action that happens with the heels of the hands that come together. So when you do that little tuck, there's like a stop against there. That helps you actually get around in the rotation, right?
Push against it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. Ready?
Side touch, side together, side touch, side together.
supposed to.
Yeah, lifted his hand, and I didn't feel like he lifted the hand anyway. So,
I'm trying to learn how to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Let me look at on this side here. Side touch, side touch, side again. Side touch, touch, side again.
a little slow in the turn, so,
Well, I guess I don't,
yeah.
you don't feel me pushing and I don't
Yeah.
feel you. so-
Let me do it with you
I
on
don't know.
Tennessee. Now, so I thought that was good. I thought you responded good, but I think your turn now became something different. You know, we went through the footwork last time where you're doing side, touch, pivot, around. And so my second step only goes to here. Then I keep turning as I go. So I think what happened this time is you did side, touch, and then you're trying to just spin right in one spot. Instead of doing a little bit more of a traveling. So just real slow on that. We do side, touch, forward, back. And then keep your head up. I know it's easy to want to kind of watch what's happening down there, but then it's harder to figure out where to come out, right? Yeah, because you lose orientation. Side, touch, side. Yeah, and do you see how your step went that way instead of this way? So when you did your step, you did the side, touch, and you went this way.
Okay.
Instead of continuing,
that way.
yeah. So your second step, so if you just went into the turn, your first step is here, and then you're gonna pivot, so your second step is there, yeah. Now, as we go to the side, you're gonna complete your turn. Side, touch. So you see, so the turn doesn't have to happen as quickly. Forward, back.
Whoops, I'm right in front of you now.
Side, forward, back.
Wait, what am I doing back? What does that mean?
Yeah, so your left foot, so I'm going side, and I'm gonna go forward, pivot, go back. So do you see I'm on the same line?
So I'm here.
Now I'm gonna continue to rotate and step to the side and start over with that side touch. So I still, in fact, if we did it along the boards, if I do it this way, you'll see that I continue to stay on the same board and then go to the side. So if I do it without stopping. And you can see that it's a little bit more of a traveling than, not that you have to take big steps, but you were doing it kind of like right in the same. And he's moved, yes, yeah. It is on a quick, so I know, you know, that does make it feel. I'm going a little slower. Side, touch, 1, 2. Okay, now that time you did it, but you took a pretty big step.
Okay.
So just take a little bit smaller step, yeah. Side, 1, 2. And now 2, you're gonna be about right here. And then you're gonna continue this rotation to there, yeah.
Okay.
So you don't have to get quite as far around.
Like I'm gonna hit you in the face.
Yeah, and you know, I think your feet, I can't see your feet when I'm that close to you, but I think your feet stopped rotating on the floor. So when you're doing the side, I think you take this step and your body's turning more than your feet, and you come around and it takes you off balance. Yeah. Side, 1, 2. That was better. And you got there a little bit quick. Side, 1, 2. Oop. So I'm trying to slow you down because you're getting there a little quicker than you need. It is a quick, like you said, but slow, quick, slow.
Is that better?
Slow. That was better. quick, now stop right there. So you want to be able to balance yourself so that you don't fall into this next step too quickly. Because you want to wait until, yeah.
Okay.
So right there, you were kind of falling off that step a little bit. Okay. Now, you might have, are you dizzy?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say, you've done a lot of turns, you might need a little break from turning. Side touch, 1, 2.
I don't know where I'm supposed to be on 2, because I think I'm doing it right, but I'm not, so.
Right, so just, I think you got there on 2, but then you're kind of falling into that next step. So see if you can stop on 2, just so you know where you are. Side touch, 1, stop.
So if I'm here, where am I supposed to be? Instead of
Yeah. Now, notice when I bring this arm around, so you're turning around there before the arm gets there, and that's throwing off your balance. So if your arm is here, your body is there. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Okay.
So you're getting into that step before I get into that position to lead you. So side, 1, 2. That's better. And then the other thing that I noticed that you're doing is you're pulling down a little bit on the hand. So when you turn, if you can send the energy up towards my hand, not that you need to like push your arm straight, but it's, even if it's there, you can see the energy towards my hand. Then as you're turning, so you kind of lost the connection with my hand during the turn.
Right. Side.
Let's start from the beginning one more time. So let me get in the front position. That's it. So you're staying in the back position. Side. Now, remember, you're going to follow the speed. That was a good one. Okay. That was a good one. Did you see the difference with your arm? Yeah. Side. That's it. That's it. So that time it was much clearer what was going, like before you were kind of getting tangled up in this arm. And it's funny that that happens so much when we do turns in the beginning, is that we turn, instead of letting the arm come around, we,
right. Okay.
That was a lot of turns. I think that was good though, right?
Yeah. I think I got it.
Yep. And knowing that you had a little bit more time, because if I just do it here, you can see this arm has to come through first before my body.
Right.
To there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think on the quick, I better.
And it's not that I'm trying to travel a lot. So, you know, we don't need to take huge steps on it. So that one, I think I could see where you got tangled in your arm again. Now you were a little bit faster than the music.
Really fast.
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't even know if you're going.
And you know what? It would actually be useful too to try to kind of stay on the boards here, because you kind of keep changing your angle, and then that changes where her turn goes.
Go straight down the
So it's step, tap, step, tap.
Side together, side touch, side touch, side touch.
Remember, let your arm come through. Let your arm.
I'll give you a late start now.
Okay. Yeah.
I started. I didn't give a one. Is he running just a little late or something?
You know what, and you got some better ones in there, so it just takes a while to get consistently get it. But the ones that still had a little off, I could still see that you were turning faster than your arm, And now I'm going to stand a little bit more on this
Okay.
side of you.
Touch, side together, side.
See, and I feel like you're changing. Do you see how your angle to the?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. When you do this,
Yeah.
you want to make sure that you don't change. You know, it's just a little bit. That's why I said if it comes to here, then now your side together is going off this way and she's turning that way. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's just very subtle.
Touch, side together, side, touch, side together, side, touch, side.
And see if you can see this elbow. Okay, so I'll do that one more time. Take a little bit more movement on your side together.
Okay.
So I can feel you pushing out of your
Okay.
right foot. And again, let me square your shoulders. That's it. And feel like you pulled that out, because I feel like a constant, like a little bit of a push. Yeah. So I want to stand behind you and like, let me do this so I can show you. If I'm holding you, you don't have to take any steps. Let me just hold you. Do you see how there's
Yeah,
that
right,
constant
yeah.
push? Where I actually feel
okay.
like I draw her
Okay.
that way to keep her on this
Right.
side of me so that I have my space to move and see where I'm going. Yeah, so now draw your hand away from me and let me go to your hand. So it's actually the lady's job to fill the space towards the hand. And if there's a constant pressure, it's kind of constantly pushing her across. Yeah, but again, I'm just gonna, it's gonna be very light, but more here, right?
Right. Okay.
Yeah. There you go. Now, could you see how I had a lot of space with the arm coming through? I'm going to do one I want to do one the way what happens with yours so you can see the difference. You see how you kind of get caught up, and maybe I exaggerated it some, but you can see how the arm gets here instead of it nicely being out in front leading the way. Yeah.
Right in the middle of the camera. And we're going to go down that wood.
So I'm going to keep, watching to see that as much as the arm I can on that side of you. Think arm. It's a lot to think about. There's
Still the arm.
yeah, you could see a little bit, right? But not. I mean, you could still make it around. It didn't stop you from getting there, but you could see a little bit difference.
Was the first one okay though?
First one was a little bit better, but see, you didn't have your feet to think about. This arm to think about getting out of the way. That arm to think about keeping up. Yeah, right. So.
And when you give me the wind up, don't move your shoulder.
Yeah.
Because then I think we're going to go.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah, and so when I wind her up, if you notice, it's all in right
Not
here.
moving your shoulder. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a little bit too much notice, right? Because then it turns your body to a different angle. This one's a little slower too. Slow. Now here's the timing, so it's slow. Step, step, touch, side together. Step, touch, side together. Step, touch, better, yeah. Touch, side together, step. Much better. That was way different on that side with your right arm. You could go back on the video and just count how many times you did turns today. You know, like.
But I think we were kind of just in that.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, a little bit kind of. And it's funny how that's an important thing for the lady more than the man. He probably doesn't realize as much because he's not turning through there and trying to line up. Yeah.
Just a little
Yeah.
wind up is good enough.
Yeah.
Because I hit the signal.
Yeah, right.
And you don't
Yeah.
have to do anything to
Yeah.
me. I turn myself.
And then for me to not turn my shoulders, that's, you know, it's just very subtle.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And it feels like if I led you in that, did I lead you in this already? If I brought this hand in,
Yeah. Yeah.
you can feel it here too, instead of just
Right,
there.
right.
It's kind of an even, and then up.
Right.
In, in, right? So pretty subtle. But it definitely helps to have that little extra lead into it so that you know it's coming.
We're gonna turn at some point.
Yeah,
When?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So like,
And it's usually always, when you learn things in the beginning, it's almost easier to do it more exaggerated than it is to kind of refine it and do exactly, you know, that efficient amount that you need. So that just comes with doing it. Just nice. And then watch your angles. So if you're trying to just go straight, there you go. Yeah, and if you do angle your body just a little bit here, when you do your side together, make sure you bring it back, right?
yeah.
So,
That was,
yeah.
you did bring it back.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, that was much better. And you can see how you started going off in
Yeah,
a
right, yeah.
diagonal, right? So that's helpful having the boards. Okay, so I was going to do another turn, but maybe you want to do something else since you did so many turns on that
Well,
one.
just to clarify, the promenade, you turn on the slow, quick, or you do it on the quick way. You turn on the second slow, right?
Yeah, you know, there's a couple
I
of
see it
different
both ways.
ways. Yeah.
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 Let's do that. I don't
You want to do that one?
Fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You both want to do it?
So, we'll just try it and see what happens. We'll do it on the
Famous last
second,
words.
do the second slow, okay?
Okay.
Slow. Well, on the second slow, you're gonna turn.
Can we do a couple things first before we just?
Yeah, you know what? I think, especially learning it, and even sometimes dancing it socially, it's nice to do one regular promenade and then do it on the second one. Yeah. Yeah, and so a couple of things, right? That watching the line, and when you raise the hand up, if you keep it in between the middle, so that she's actually going here. So the tendency is the men kind of push it here, and it pushes us back away.
Okay.
So just raising it straight up from where it is, and maybe just a little bit out, but not pushing it towards her. And it's hard to break that habit. It's so easy to want to do that. Oh, yeah. So it's slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow. Good. So many things on this one relate, even though it's a different turn. So a lot of the things relate, that getting caught up in the arm. So if I go ahead and do first promenade. Yeah, so you can see clearly on this one even more than the other one that I went forward, back, side together, forward, back, side together, forward, pivot, back, side together. But now because you're already out in that angle, it's a little bit different from the last turn, is that you're not coming from closed position all the way into the turn. You're already here on the first step. Then you have to rotate on the second step, and then you're side together. Oh, now that time you took an extra step before you started the turn. Yeah. And let me just do that with you one time. So here's a regular promenade. So I let you know, and so as you step through on that first step with your right foot, and you want to take the hand off, you're going to pivot so that your next step is back, down the boards. Whoop, that's still forward. Next step is backwards. So you're going to turn on your right foot till your body is ready to go back. So it looks like this. You're stepping here, and I'm going to pivot on this right foot, so back. Now yours looks a little bit more sideways, back. Then again, continue to turn as I go side, together. Forward, back, side. So when I'm pivoting, I'm leaving this leg behind as I turn on my right foot. So my right foot is doing most of the work on this one. Pivot. Oh, so you know what's happening if you just watch me one time, as you take this step, you're swinging this one around. Now, I'm going to exaggerate this a bit. I'm going to leave this behind. Do you see it, how I pivot? Yeah. It's behind me because I've taken my first step. It's behind me. Then I step onto it and side together. So getting used to like your feet really rotating on the floor, especially the right foot.
Oops.
That was better though. And then it's so easy to want to watch your feet. So if you can look out and maybe just see yourself in the mirror, right? So it goes to here. And now pivot. Do you see I'm still over this foot until I get to here? Yeah. So I think you're still wanting to swing this foot around, your left foot. So step with the right. Pivot on the right. Leave the left foot behind you. Now I'm still on the right until I move myself and side together. And that's right under where he's holding your arm up. So you kind of have, it's almost like hanging onto a strap above, and you're just turning underneath that. And then you move away from it. One more time with your eyes up, eyes up. Up. And so that time you had a little bit more of, but that was okay. Let me just do this. And then the other thing is making sure that when you go around, like if you just stand here and turn underneath, the elbow is going to lead the way. And as you come through, now stop. Do you see how? So keep yourself here. That's it. So you don't catch up to this arm, right?
Yeah.
And then the arm comes through, and now you're through.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean by that? Yeah. So if you hold my arm, it's easy to do. Start out here, and then catch up to it, and then it just kind of throws you off balance. Okay. So your arm goes all the way around. That's it. Perfect. Yeah. Okay. It's amazing how much that has to do with it too, right? Am I still on? Yeah.
You're still on.
Okay. Here.
Oops, you didn't leave me yet.
So I was going to do side together first. Okay. So I'm doing just one regular promenade first.
Side together.
Let me do that one more time. Because you got a little bit of headroom in me right there.
Like
yeah, got off balance. Yeah. Take your arm through. Better. And then make sure that as you come through that you can see me so that you line up. Yeah. Yeah. Let's do that one more time, and then I'll put you back together. And then I could follow it with another promenade or anything else, depending on your space.
Okay. Try it.
Probably the easiest thing is to do a promenade afterwards, because your body
already going in that.
Yeah, you tend to overturn it, and especially in the beginning. But it is good to get used to just being able to go here so that if he wants to go this way, you're ready to go whatever direction. Because he might not have room for 3 promenades. Yeah, and then this one, because you're turning more on the slow steps, right? So your turn is a little bit slower because the other one you were turning on the quick. Yeah, you did slow, slow, you turn quick. This one, because you're turning on the slow, slow, quick, slow, quick. So it's not like I don't have to kind of move myself as quickly as I did on the last one. Slow, quick, slow.
So you try to turn too quick. But then she's done with the turn before. We're just going through the slow.
But it's the turn on the slow. So
Yeah.
you said slow, and the second slow I turned.
Yeah, but you just were going too quick.
So if we go ahead and do the first promenade too. So slow, quick, slow. So the first slow, I'm here. And he's starting to raise the hand, and you can see what I do again.
Yeah, right.
So I don't, because if I keep it down, then it gets.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Then I'm going to turn slow. I only need to go to here. Now I'm going to complete my turn on the side together. Quick.
So you can actually complete the turn before the quick.
Yeah.
And you're only halfway through the turn, then the second slow.
And then I can also, it gives me plenty of time to see that spot where I want to land. Yeah. Slow, quick, slow.
Slow, and you already turn around. The quick is when you turn around completely. Like you should be.
Okay.
So
I start on the second slow.
Let's go slow
Yeah.
motion here. So do slow and then now. Slow.
Oh wait, she didn't know you were going to go right into it. So go right into it this
Go slow
time.
motion right into the turn. Ready?
And I'm going to do it in front of you. Slow. Up.
No, see, you turn
Yeah.
all the way.
Do you see? So I'm already here.
You want to be going backwards.
I'll watch her.
Actually, you know what? Maybe if I do it on this side, because you need to see behind you and not in front of you.
So-
That would probably encourage you to turn faster to see me. So you're slow.
Wait.
What? Oh wait.
Wait. We didn't.
Right.
Yeah, we'll do a turn. No, just a turn right away.
Just a turn. Oh, okay.
Slow.
Just slow. Okay, back. Right.
Then quick.
Yeah. So
Do
you.
it slowly.
Yeah.
I can then speed
Right,
up the
right,
speed,
right,
but I
right.
have to get it right first.
Okay.
Slowly.
No, we're
Let
gonna.
me ask you a question.
What?
Are we going to do
A basic first.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Ready?
Slow. Quick. Slow. Quick. Almost. Yeah.
I'm also balanced, but I did it the right.
Yeah, almost. That was a close one. Slow. Quick. Slow. Quick. Yeah, and so here, let me just say one thing. If you, when you take your arms off, the natural thing is to want to kind of contract in. But if you eventually think about expanding, so if we went right into it one time. So as I go here and I take my arms off, of course I have to bring this arm, through here.
Right,
so I have to bring it close to me. But if I do, then it kind of draws everything in. But so there's still like a feeling of an opening. And you see at the end how I just did that. Yeah, on the side together. Just so you can see that.
Just go slow like we just did. Okay. Slow. Yeah, just because we're trying to practice. Yeah. Slow.
Now, you know what? That time I noticed that the difference between where you were holding your hand and the lead was only about that much, like an inch. So it didn't really give her a good signal. So if I'm here, now your hand's going to be a little higher obviously already because so if I'm going to go right into the turn.
Okay.
What I just wanted you, so I just wanted you to feel that first step. I only took one step.
Okay.
Yeah? So now you don't need to straighten your arm all the way, but you just need to feel that
It's
you
up,
can.
and I'm going to do something. Okay.
Up. Now, this time go ahead and take your arm off, and when you do, bring it kind of in, so it can shoot through there, So I'm just going to take one step, up, and take it a little bit higher, right about there. There you go. One step, that's it. Now, so I'm going to move in front of you because you kind of moved up in front of me. So you don't have to get past me or anything, so don't worry about that. And now I want you to look
That way. Okay.
just as you take the hand that way. There you go. And now stop there. And now here you're just going to go to the stop. Right?
Yeah.
And then wait for me to bring the hand through.
Oh, okay.
Yeah? So sometimes really breaking down and getting all those details
We do a bit.
on something is a tricky turn. It takes some time to get
And
this.
we'll do it in tempo to the music just so we're.
Do a couple and then stop, and then I'll try again. Because I can't just keep going. I'll just get more and more.
And you know what eventually would be a good thing for you to practice is to do those two turns. So if I did that once for you just so you can have it on the camera, we're going to do the sway step and the turn.
And then
the promenade and then the promenade turn.
Okay.
So put all, and those are all would move down the same direction. So, and again, I'm going to stay, there you go. Sorry. Whoops, so let's start one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow. Let's do, and then go into a promenade. We'll do one more after. And then maybe do one more promenade. So that way we kind of have an even number, just for practice sake, and then you can mix it up in any different way that you want. Because you can go into the promenade right away, but I think having that extra sway step in between where we're not after the turn, so there's no turn, turn, and then no turn, promenade, promenade turn, and promenade no turn.
Okay.
Yeah, just to kind of help drill those, and so also so you can see the differences of the two turns, right? Yeah.
Because those are two handy steps to have.
Yeah.
Now I have a reasonable portfolio that I'm not embarrassed to dance. Just with those steps that we have so far is good enough to get by without feeling like an idiot.
Very good.
And you know, the dancing those turns, because you can see it's a little more difficult for the lady. So depending on, you know, as you're dancing some of the other things, before you attempt those turns, I'd kind of see how the lady's skill level, how you're responding to each other. Because some people you'll feel like it's easier, you know, and you might be, somebody you dance with might be easier for you and they're harder for someone else. And you know, so. But you find somebody you click with, I think we can do this, then you can try it out. Because I think a lot of times men think they need to do more things than they need to.
They need to, yeah.
You know, and like when I dance with them at the parties, they try to do everything they can think of.
Show off.
And it's like bam, bam, and you know, and when they do that, they don't necessarily lead it at the right time, and they're trying to do too much. Instead of just kind of making a nice casual, they just get intimidated like they need to show me everything they know in one dance.
Right.
It's like telling your whole life history the first conversation, you know, so don't think that the ladies are necessarily getting bored if you do the same patterns, right? We don't,
Yeah, I don't
really.
get bored, I'm just happy if I can
We would,
follow the guy.
yeah, exactly. We would rather be, oh, yeah, this feels good, and it's just nice, and I can tell what he's doing, instead of, oh, okay, now we're over here, you know, then. But I think a lot of times the gentlemen have that idea that the ladies, I'm sure she's really bored doing this step over and over again.
One of the coronations, some lady said she'd rather be dancing with somebody who's not so good than to be sitting down and doing nothing.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
yeah.
given the choice.
Yeah. And if you just did like 2 or 3 steps,
Yeah.
the whole thing, especially on a mixer, because you're just
Yeah.
kind of going down, dropping them off.
Everybody's going all around you, you don't have time to do
Yeah.
it.
One mixer, I had this girl, I thought, boy, she is terrible. She can't follow anything I'm doing. Then the next guy she was with, she'd really. I guess
Like, uh-oh, it's me. But it lasted the whole time, huh?
Fagan says they were coming.
I thought they were, yeah.
Yeah, we just saw, we had lunch with
had lunch.
Bob. So he had one of these business lunches, investment seminars, you know.
Ah,
So,
I think they are coming. He does have a cold.
no, yeah, he did say, we said, are you going there?